Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today, I am going to be installing a set of Fastway's Adventure Series foot pegs on the KTM 890 Adventure R. Now, if you've already seen my last video, then you already know that I recently purchased this brand new 2023 KTM 890 Adventure R with plans to make it the sickest off-road adventure bike I can possibly make it. And last week I put on my Aero Decat with the Aero slip-on exhaust system. Sounds awesome. Phase one complete. Time to start getting busy on the rest of the stuff. And the next thing that entails is putting on these foot pegs from Fastway. Now, as you can see, these foot pegs are quite a bit bigger than the factory foot pegs, almost twice as long as the factory ones, okay? And just a much better piece of equipment in general. I like that they're in orange. They come in orange, black, and I believe polished or brushed aluminum. I don't remember if they have blue. If they don't, they should. That'd be a good idea. Now, one thing you need to know if you do order these adventure foot pegs from Fastway is that they require an adapter kit for your specific model, okay? So don't do what I did, order the pegs, be all jazzed about going to put them on and realize that you can't, okay? The website that I ordered these from, when I typed in foot pegs for 23 KTM 890 Adventure R, these came up. I liked them. I said, yep, do that. I clicked buy, right? It was not made clear that you had to buy an adapter kit for the foot pegs. A lot of companies make foot pegs that are, brand specific. They're direct replacements. This one is not. So if you are buying a set of these, the part number for the adapter kit for the 890 Adventure R is 22-3-5333S. Okay, that's the adapter kit that you're going to want for these foot pegs. So when you order, what you get in the kit is you get these anodized, beefy Fastway foot pegs. You get a gold spring and a silver spring. Okay, so the gold spring is for the right side of the bike. The silver spring is for the left side of the bike. If you want to drop the pegs down and back, I think it's down like 3/4 of an inch and back 1/2 inch or something like that, right? If you want them at standard height, then you switch them. The silver spring will go on the right side of the bike, the gold spring on the left side of the bike. If I got that wrong, I will be sure and correct that on the video as we speak so that you know which side is correct, but I'm pretty sure that's the right configuration for the gold and silver spring. It comes with 2 replacement cotter pins. It also comes with this rather cool little drift pin that you can use to hammer out the pivot pin on the foot pegs. Also in the pack are 2 bags of cleats you can see here that screw into the foot peg, okay? The 2 bags are different sizes, all right? In one bag you have 10mm cleats, and in the other bag you have 12mm cleats. Now, what some people like to do is put the 12mm cleat down the center of the foot peg, like so, and then put the 10mm cleats on the outsides so that whether you're standing or sitting, you have a direct contact on the peg. I found that to be a little bit too much, running the 12mm cleats down the center. So what I did is I put the 12mm or the 10mm cleats in, and then in the center I ran them out one complete turn to give it just a little bit of a convex shape, okay? Of course, you're gonna wanna use Loctite on these cleats as well so that they don't fall out while you're riding. All right, so without further ado, let's get into removing the foot pegs. All I'm gonna need for that, in my case here, is a thin, common flathead screwdriver and a pair of needle nose pliers, and these are both just to get the cotter pin unbent and out of the bike, and then, or out of the pin, and then a hammer and this little guy to drift that center pin or pivot pin out of the foot pegs. Okay, so this is all pretty simple stuff. I'm not going to insult your intelligence with how to remove a cotter pin, but if you've ever done it before, then you know that they can sometimes be a real pain in the ass, and sometimes it's better just to break them and you know, pull it out that way. It's not always worth the time, especially since it comes with replacement cotter pins, right? So I don't know. Some people have no problem with cotter pins. Other people, like myself, always seem to get one that just doesn't want to cooperate, right? Man, I'm telling you, I don't know if it's just me or what, but I always have a hell of a time with cotter pins. It's ridiculous. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is just drive this pin through the keeper. And then once it's there, you can usually just kind of wiggle the foot peg. Like so. All right. And we're going to discard this spring so you don't have to worry about that. All right. So now that we've got the old foot pegs removed, the next thing we have to do is decide how we want our foot peg, our new Fastway foot pegs to be mounted. Do you want them in the upper and forward position, or do you want to lower them down and backwards? So I'm 6'4". Obviously, anything a little lower and a little further back is going to be a lot better for me when it comes to you know, long distance riding or sitting on the bike for any amount of time. So the way you do that is on this adapter, in this adapter kit, okay, you have this pin that is shouldered, all right? There's a shoulder right here that will take up the space. You know, like I showed you, these the mounting tanks here are much thinner than the mounting bracket on the bike. So by putting this adapter in here, okay, you're going to take up that space. So this is going to mount, well, let me just put it like this. If you want your pegs to be down and back a little bit, then you're gonna put the adapters in there with the shouldered piece facing the front of the bike, okay? And then you can see it's not completely shouldered up to the mounting tab, so I'm just gonna smack it a little bit with a hammer, get it seated all the way, and then let's make sure that it's gonna fit in the bracket. And it does, okay? The next thing we gotta do is we gotta put the spring on there, right? Now, I had it backwards, what I originally said. So the gold spring, if you're going to mount the foot pegs in the lower and rearward position, the gold spring will go on the left side foot peg. And it's actually a really neat way that they do it. You can see there is a little pilot hole drilled right here in the foot peg. You take the straight edge end of the spring, push it through the hole and around the adapter, and then the whole piece just goes onto the bike, and you put the pin back through and cotter pin it, and you're done. So let's check that out. All right, and she's in. Put the washer and the cotter pin back in there. And it's done. And I'll, of course, bend this cotter pin around here. Okay, I forgot one thing though. In the kit, in the adapter kit, you'll have this little Allen head bolt with 4 different washers, and where that bolt goes is into the back of the foot peg here, and it is your stopper. Okay, so that's when it's on the bike is where it'll set the foot pegs to stop at. So if you want them perfectly perpendicular or parallel to the ground, or if you want them angled up a little bit, you'll add some more washers to the bolt to drive it out a little further. I'm just gonna set it at the 50%, or I'm gonna use 2 of the washers, and I think that'll be good. Good thing is, if you don't like that, you can adjust it with the foot pegs mounted on the bike. Now, one thing I did find though is it's a hell of a lot easier if you put that bolt in the back of the foot peg, the angle stopper, after you put the foot peg on, after you mount it with the pin and all that. Probably doable even with that bolt in there, but it was a pain in the butt. So I just took it out, and then the foot peg went right in, and then you just lift it up and screw it in from backside, no problem. So with those with the 2 of the 4 washers, not sure just how good it's gonna come across on the video, but the foot peg has just a slight upward rise to it. Seems to be okay. I'm gonna leave it like it is with the 2 washers on there for right now. Ride it around, see how I like it. If not, it's very easy to just add a couple or subtract a couple. Do make sure that you use some Loctite on there though, or you're gonna come to find out that they're gone, right? All right, so there you have it, guys. The Fastway Adventure Series foot pegs. I think they look really sick. Love the orange color. Doesn't quite match the frame, but that's okay because I plan to do a lot of other anodized stuff on the bike. It's all going to be the same color orange. I think it's going to set it off perfectly. It's going to look really good. A couple of tips to remember: if you do buy these foot pegs, don't forget to buy the adapter kit for it. I will put the number for the KTM at any rate down in the comments. The gold spring goes on the left foot peg if you're going to run it in the lower and back position. It goes on the right foot peg if you're going to run it in the higher and more forward position. The foot pegs themselves, when they come in, very quality, come with all the cleats you need, both sizes, 10 and 12 millimeter cleats, but they do not come with very good instructions. So Fastway, if you're listening, hook us up with some better instructions. I will say, however, though, it doesn't take a whole lot to figure out what side of the bike that spring goes on, depending on which way you're going to run the pegs, okay? But just know that you can do both. You can go higher, you can go lower, forward, back, whatevs, all right? Hey guys, that's it for this video. If you liked it, please give me a great big thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me 2 thumbs up. I'll take it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you get notified anytime I put out some new content. And have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you guys out on the trail. Yeah.